It's been so long since the last time I picked up this camera, y'all. Like, life been lifing. The last time I picked up this camera was definitely like 9 months ago. Even longer than that. It's been so long.
What did I know? You a fool's gold. Yes, I did.
For those who don't know me, my name is Nay and I'm an Army nurse. On this channel, I talk about my life experiences and I just pick up the camera to show y'all what I do in my life, pretty much. If you're interested in Army nursing, nursing in general, or you like me and you think I'm cool, subscribe to my channel. I decided for my welcome back video, I was gonna kind of do a Q&A and answer all the questions that I got on my last couple of uploads. With that being said, thank y'all so much for giving me to, right now we're past 500 subscribers, so thank y'all so much for getting me to like 669, I want to say. I appreciate y'all so much because I know I haven't been posting and y'all still comment, subscribe, and I love y'all for that. So thank y'all so much. I screenshotted some questions on my last couple of videos and I'm gonna just be answering the questions in here. So y'all, let's get started. Girl, I would love an update. How is everything going with your active duty? Do you still love nursing? And how is the Army? Inquiring minds. I'm nervous to speak to a recruiter. First of all, don't be nervous to speak to a recruiter. If you want to do that, if you want to join the Army, come on, just do it. Just go talk to a recruiter and just join, or go talk to a recruiter, see how you like it, and then if you feel like it's something for you, join. Before we get started, real quick, I want to just put it out there that I am not a professional. The things that I say on my channel is based off my experiences and my knowledge. I always like to say, always go talk to a recruiter if you're interested. But everything is based off my knowledge and my research. So take that with a grain of salt. And if you really want to know more information, talk to a recruiter. So how is everything going with your active duty? So since my last update, everything has been going amazing. Like I always say, nursing is kind of different because I do more nursing than Army things. But overall, I feel like in my career, I have progressed a lot since last year. I've done so much. I'm charging. I'm just doing so much. I'm more proficient in my skills. And yeah, so like overall, it's been great. I've just been learning over the years, getting more involved on my floor, and yeah, taking on responsibilities as a now taking more responsibilities now as a first lieutenant in the Army. So been making friends, which is great because now I actually have things to do. So yeah, overall it has been great. I'm really enjoying my time. Let's talk about the transitioning from graduating nursing to going to BOLIC and then eventually active duty. Okay, so let's talk about that first. I graduated nursing school May 2022. I took my NCLEX sometime it was like the middle of July, and I didn't get my orders to go to BOLIC until October of that year. Once I got my orders, my BOLIC date was set to go in January of 2023. From the time I took my NCLEX to the time I went to BOLIC, it was a 6-month wait. So I had time to actually like sit and chill. I made a video, if you scroll down a little bit further, about my BOLIC journey. Like right the day that I left for BOLIC, I kind of filmed that. So if you want to know like what I brought to BOLIC or just my life during that time, you can go watch that video. But I feel like the transitioning wasn't that bad. I knew that I wanted to be active duty and take this route a long time ago. So I kind of was just like letting the steps happen as they happen, if that makes sense. So as a nurse, your BOLIC is in San Antonio. Right after nursing school, I decided to move in with my ex. He lived in Houston, and so I knew that I was going to be at Fort Sam Houston. So I was like, hey, cool, after nursing school, just drive my car down to Houston and I'll already be in close proximity to Fort Sam Houston, which is a couple hours away from Houston, if that makes sense. So I kind of had it all planned out in my head. I brought all my stuff with me to Houston, and I just studied for the NCLEX and got a job and just waited until it was time for me to go to BOLIC. once I got those orders, I started working up until the time that I went to Bullock. You know where you're going to be stationed at when you first get your orders. So I knew I was going to Fort Hood at the time. It's not called Fort Hood no more. But I knew I was getting stationed at Fort Hood. And so, yeah, I just kind of left my stuff in Houston. And then once I graduated Bullock, before I drove down to my duty station, I went to Houston, grabbed all my stuff, then drove down to my duty station. But yeah, that's the transition. It was pretty simple. Okay, the next part of the question. I'm in the Guard right now. Congratulations. And plan on doing the nursing and ROTC route. And I'm just curious about what it's going to be like with all the training, as well as what base you could end up if you get BAH or whatnot. Okay, so that's the route I did. I did ROTC. I was in the National Guard. And then I joined ROTC while I was in college. And then I commissioned active duty once I graduated college. As long as you communicate with both parties, so your nursing school, ROTC, well, with all parties, your nursing school, ROTC, and the National Guard, everything will work fine. So with the National Guard, you will get a yearly schedule on which weekends you have to drill. When it comes to the military, everyone is pretty flexible and understanding with our schedule. Our cadre in ROTC was very supportive of nursing school because they know how challenging the program can be. So they also was very flexible with my nursing schedule. And anytime I had clinical classes or just needed to study, they were very flexible on my attendance. Let's just say that. So my thing is just communicate. It's very hard to do all three. It is possible. Your job is just to communicate and let people know, like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is where I need to be at this time. And then just like plan ahead. Don't wait last minute, because you're just going to stress yourself out. And then it just makes it look bad. So definitely have time management and plan ahead of time and communicate everything with everybody that's involved. With nursing, you kind of already knew what you were going to do. It's really about the preference list. I put San Antonio as my #1 option and Fort Hood as my second option. But I think for the most part, the military do try to give you your top pick choices. But really, it's about the Army needs and where they need to place people. So really, what I like to do is just like put everything in God's hand and move from there, pretty much. Last question that this person asked was, also mention if there's room for personal life experiences, if you understand what I mean. So y'all, being an Army nurse, I got nothing but time, okay? I don't know why I just did that. But no, I have nothing but time. Full time is 40 hours every week. So really, I do 3 days one week, 4 days the next week, and it kind of alternate like that. So I have nothing but time to have a personal life and enjoy my personal space outside of the military. Definitely living off base helps with that, because you're not constantly on a military facility. You kind of duck off in the community and get involved with whatever you want to get involved with. But needless to say, I definitely have a lot of free time on my hand to get into whatever I want to get into. Okay, next question. How did you get your ADN
while being in reserves? Don't you get called in? Also, what did you do your specialization in the National Guard?
Okay, so I never had an associate's degree in nursing. Off rip, I knew that I wanted to go to college. I knew that from a toddler because my mom always forced that on me. But I knew that I wanted to go to college and just be successful in life in general. So if y'all want a story time on why I joined the Army, please leave it in the comments down below, because y'all, I was never supposed to be here. I went to college first, then I joined the military. With the National Guard, you only drill 1 weekend out the month. Listen, those 1 weekends out the month feel a little bit like 2 weekends out the month. And so the other time, while I wasn't at drill, which is majority of the time, I was in school. That's how I kind of got my BSN while in the reserve. While I was in the National Guard, I was 88 Mike, which is transportation, and I drove the big trucks around. Yeah. If y'all want the video on why I joined the military, leave it in the comments below so I can tell that story. Somebody said, hey, are you still posting vids or have you stopped? Y'all, so I definitely stopped. Should I make another video about this? Okay, I'll just explain it real quick. I was real consistent posting my videos, y'all. The reason I stopped uploading is because I posted one video. It was kind of like a day in the life with me as an Army nurse. And I kind of just took y'all to work with me and like took y'all throughout my day. Okay, cool. However, I'm not the one who likes to half-ass stuff, if y'all know what I mean. I like to, like, when I do something, I'm really like structured, and I like to explain in detail. That's why I talk too much now in these videos. But I like to explain a lot of detail. And so when I recorded my day in the life as an Army nurse video, I kind of got in trouble by my unit, y'all. So yeah. Like, the video was like, right now the video is private, so no one can watch it. But the video was going up, like, it reached, I guess, a lot of people, and it reached some people that work with me. And yeah, so I think, which I was at fault. I'm always take accountability when I'm wrong, but like I was showing too much of stuff. Pretty much, I was just showing too much. From the feedback that I got, I kind of feel like it could have been handled differently. Needless to say, I deleted the video, or I put the video on private, because I just didn't want to get in trouble. With that being said, I kind of took a step back because like, the military is so, like, it's so big, but it's so small. A lot of people don't make videos about the military. It's a magnifying glass on me, and everybody is like kind of looking at me, and I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and I don't know everything. Like, I don't know everything. So while everybody is watching me and criticizing and critiquing me, it's kind of like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to put myself out there to be criticized and to be judged by people in the military? So that's one reason why I initially stopped posting, and then life started happening after that. So yeah, now we're here, so I'm back. Just imagine if I haven't stopped posting last year. Just imagine if I kept going and kept going and never gave up. I would be so much further than I am now. Okay, next question. How long did you have to stay at 66 Hotel? Because I want to do CRNA, and I need to be in the ICU to get experience. So y'all, the Army changes. It changes every day, every month, every year. Like, the Army is always continuously changing. When I got in the military, you had to be a med-surg nurse, which is a 66 Hotel, for at least 2 years before you can apply for a specialty. Recently, as in 6 months ago, it was an update that came out saying that you can actually come in ready to specialize. So as of now, if you want to be a CRNA, do the ICU course as soon as you can. Talk to your leadership, like whoever is over you. Talk to them, let them know your plans and what you want to do, and let them guide you. Being new to the Army is hard, and you don't know nothing. So of course, like, reach out to your leadership and the people who know more than you, and let them help you make decisions. Honestly, let them figure out what you need to do. If you don't know something, let somebody else figure out what you need to do. Because we like people who don't know things, because people in the military like to teach and give out resources. So always go up to people who are more superior than you, or who's been in longer than you, to help with that information. Hopefully that made sense, child. Okay, thank you for your vid. I can't wait to start. I'm waiting for my orders. I watched your Bolic video to help me prepare. Congratulations on going to Bolic. If you're watching this now, let me know how it's going. Because, like, I'm sure you already went to Bolic already. How you liking it? Let me know. What Army base is good for CNTP? I will be commissioning in 2 weeks, and I need to see which duty station to put as my #1. Also, what duty station would you recommend? That is so hard, y'all, because I'm literally still at my first duty station. Like, I'm honestly ready to leave. I'm so excited just talking about it. I'm so ready to leave. I've been here for so long, and I'm ready to, like, experience new things and get involved with other stuff. I can't really say what duty station I recommend. I can only tell you what I've been through and, like, my experiences, because I don't know what the other duty stations are like, or how their CNTP classes are like. If it's a city that you really just want to go to, I'll say go there. If you know people in the military at certain bases, ask around. I can only tell you about where I've been, and I love my CNTP class. My cohort was great. My instructors was great. It was great. When I went through CNTP, it was a 6-month program, and I know recent updates that has changed. I think it's only like 3 months now. Like I said, what I did was kind of just went off my circumstances, and I had a boyfriend in Houston, and I wanted to be in Texas near my boyfriend. So I chose this. I'm a spiritual person, so I kind of leave everything in God's hand, and I kind of just go with the flow, because once God gives me the yes, or once God put me in a certain place, I kind of just make happen or make do with what I got. Just kind of do your research on what you kind of like and go based off that. Only thing I think you should have added is for them to Google Army healthcare recruiter near them, or send them your recruiter info instead of the regular recruiting station. That's the only part that I screenshotted, so I don't know what the rest, like what else that person said, but that's some good advice. Definitely, if you're interested in joining the Army, Google like Army recruiting stations near you. Oh, I do remember she was kind of saying like, if you sometimes you can go to a recruiting office and be signed up for something totally different, which actually is my experience. Definitely Google, be real specific. They gonna try to get you where they're at, because that's what they're recruiting for. So yeah, definitely research Army nursing recruiters. Good advice, thank you. So will the Army Reserve work around your college schedule? Like I said earlier, you just have to communicate. But really, it was like, since you only do like the Reserve National Guard one weekend out the month, it's really your college schedule working around that one weekend, because they expect you to be at drill. It's only one weekend out the month. For example, it was a couple times where I was in a nursing program, we having test after test, and I was like, went to drill weekend like, hey, like I have a test on Monday, and like I'm real stressed out. While we was training and stuff, they kind of let me sit off to the side, or they gave me time to actually like sit out and study. Every unit ain't like that, so every unit is not like that. It really depends on building those relationships with people so that they can understand your situation. Thanks, I hadn't thought about joining the military in a long time, but you sparked my interest again. Oh, I'm so happy I can do that for you, girl. I am so happy. How long are typical contracts for those in the reserve? When I joined the National Guard, it was a 6-year contract. And I know most people who went active, it was a 4-year contract. However, my contract is a 3-year contract. Don't ask me why. I really just don't know. And I really think it's because like I didn't use ROTC for a scholarship or nothing. So my contract was only 3 years. I can't tell you why. Usually for the National Guard, at the time my contract was 6 years. So do you need medical experience certificates to get a medical job? So what I do, which is a registered nurse in the military, yes, you do need a nursing license to work as a nurse in the military. Everything else, they kind of just train you. Like you do CNTP, and they kind of basically, you get precepted and they teach you how to be a nurse, just like any other job on the civilian sector. Kind of get that training, especially if you're new. Even if you're not new, you're still going to get the training, because every hospital is different and every facility does things a little differently. Did you go in as a O1E with prior National Guard service years? Yes, I did. So I think my National Guard years added up to like 3 something, I don't know, but yes, I am a O2E now. So basically, for those who don't know, you get paid more for your time in service, and all that's saying is that I'm an officer who was prior enlisted. Girl, I'm just like you. I feel so related. Thanks for the information. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much for commenting. I appreciate that so much. Do they accept new grads? Yes, they accept new grads. I think in my previous video, I kind of talked about all the ways that you can join the military. And if you already finished college and already got that degree, you can direct commission inside the Army to be an Army nurse. Definitely watch that video for a further explanation on how to join in by direct commissioning. So according to Go Army, 68 Charlie is an entry-level job. So you can come in as an E1. That is true, y'all. So a 68 Charlie is just an LVN. Yes, you can come in as an LVN. They'll send you to school and you will do all the trainings and go to basic training. You'll be a nurse working in a hospital or in a clinic as an LVN. So yeah, you definitely can take that route. So if you want to go back to school to get your RN, it is other options that you can do while you're already enlisted. So yeah, guys, that was the last question. And thank y'all so much if you made it through this whole video. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Expect more videos from me, y'all. Like I promise this time I'm on it. I'm about to be this time I'm about to be real consistent. And yeah, we finna have a ball. So if you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on all my other social media channels. Of course, that'll be linked in the description box down below. But thank y'all for watching my video, and I'll catch you in my next one. Peace.